into Nora Ann's death begins today. Meeting to hold engagement sessions with industry players. Hello and good afternoon. I'm Mohanapriya. Welcome to Updates at Noon. Inquest proceedings into the death of Irish-French teenager Nora Ann Quirine will be held at the Coroner's Court in Srumban Court Complex starting today. 62 witnesses will be called on to give evidence for the first time, including police, hikers who found her body, and a British forensics expert who will also join by video link. Coroner Maimuna Aid began proceedings at 9 a.m. The proceedings will last for 2 weeks from 24th to 28th August and will resume on 1st to 4th September, with a total of 64 witnesses to be called to facilitate investigations. Nora Ann was declared missing on 4th August last year, prompting massive search operations, and was found 9 days later 2.5 kilometers away from the resort she and her family were staying at. The family arrived in Malaysia for a 2-week holiday at a resort in Pantai, about 60 kilometers south of Kuala Lumpur. Post-mortem reports revealed that she had died of gastrointestinal bleeding due to prolonged stress and hunger. Currently, there are no criminal elements discovered in Nora Ann's death. The Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency, MMEA, seized 3 oil tanker ships believed to be diesel feeders to foreign and local fishing boats, with the total confiscated items worth 7.5 million ringgit. Terengganu Maritime Director, Captain Muhammad Sufi Muhammad Ramli, said the ships were seized on 20th August at about 124 to 130 nautical miles off Kemaman waters. He also added that the KM Langkawi ship in Kuantan previously had encountered with all 3 ships during Ops Kuda Laut. The first detained vessel measured 72 meters long, 10 meters wide, and weighs 650 tons, carrying about 2,700 liters of diesel.
Kalau kita tengok rekod dalam ni, bot-bot semua berdaftar bot-bot Vietnam dan juga ada juga bot-bot tempatan yang membeli daripada kapal-kapal ini. Jadi kita akan siasat juga bot-bot nelayan tempatan yang membeli hasil daripada kapal induk ini supaya kita dapat mengaitkan kes ini sebagai kes di dalam Akta Perikanan kerana membeli dan menjual di dalam perairan kita.
Meanwhile, he added, the second ship, which was registered in Mongolia, was carrying about 500,000 litres of diesel, while the third ship, still unnamed, was believed to have been registered in Thailand. The MMEA also do not deny the possibility of a middleman involving local fishermen in this unpermitted sale activity. The case will be investigated under Section 361, Subsection 1 of the Merchant Shipping Ordinance, MSO 1952, which carries a fine of no less than 200,000 ringgit and no more than 500,000 ringgit, as well as 2 years maximum jail or both upon conviction. Government departments should collaborate with various non-governmental organizations to curb the issue of drug abuse. National Anti-Drug Agency AADK Director General Dato Sri Zulkifli Abdullah said government bodies must cast aside any ego and work in synergy with local NGOs.
Jadi kita tak bolehlah ada lagi keadaan di mana satu jabatan bekerja bersendirian, satu jabatan lagi bekerja bersendirian dan sebagainya. Untuk tujuan rintis ni kita telah menyalurkan peruntukan kepada jawatan-jawatan kerajaan dan juga NGO. Ada 5 NGO yang menerima peruntukan dan termasuk 10 jabatan. Lebih daripada hampir setengah juta lah yang telah kita salurkan untuk Langkawi saja.
He spoke in a media conference at Kampung Lubuk Setul in Langkawi. An elderly couple were among 11 residents forced to evacuate after their homes were flooded last night at Kampung Landai, Sik, Kedah. heavy downpour caused the village to flood over at about 8:20 p.m. In a statement by Kedah Fire and Rescue Department, a team was dispatched to the location as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, the elderly couple were temporarily relocated to their relative's house situated nearby. The evacuation was completed at 11:40 last night and the flood has reportedly subsided. Action taken against traders for violating Weight and Measures Act. The Ministry of International Trade and Industry, MITI, is constantly holding engagement sessions with industry players nationwide. The effort aims to determine a solution as well as providing aid for businesses impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Its Minister Datuk Sri Azmin Ali said MITI has conducted over 60 engagement sessions with industry players. He said the ministry is constantly striving to help restore operations of local businesses and industries. Datuk Sri Azmin announced this during the launching of the MITI level Bulan Kebangsaan celebration and COVID-19 awareness campaign. The event hopes to raise awareness on the importance of protecting communities affected by the pandemic as well as sustaining the economy. The Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs Ministry has taken action against 2,729 traders for violating the Weight and Measures Act 1972 this year. Its Deputy Minister, Datuk Rosul Wahid, said the ministry also seized non-compliant weighing equipment worth 349,600 ringgit and issued compounds totaling up to 378,500 ringgit after carrying out inspections at 337,546 premises nationwide.
Ramai peniaga-peniaga yang menggunakan ataupun yang mendapatkan alat timbang sukat ini oleh kerana harganya murah melalui platform macam Lazada, macam Shopee dan sebagainya kerana harganya murah. Untuk kita nak maklum kepada peniaga-peniaga, walaupun ia murah tapi ianya tidak ditertusah, tidak dikalibrate, jadi menjadi satu kesalahan. Jadi kita berharap peniaga-peniaga di luar sana yang ingin mendapatkan alat timbang sukat ini, carilah kepada pengedar-pengedar yang telah mendapat yang telah dilantik dan disahkan oleh kementerian kita.
He said this to reporters after handing out digital weighing scales to 29 hawkers at Kampung Gaung, Kuala Berang yesterday. In another development, the Hulu Terengganu Member of Parliament also expressed his appreciation and thanks to Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia delegates who voted and elected him as a member of the party's Supreme Leadership Council. The Environment and Water Ministry, CASA, is in the midst of reviewing the relevant act and laws for more concrete measures against odour pollution. Minister Datuk Sri Tuan Ibrahim Tuan Man said the ministry has received many complaints from the public on odour pollution, especially from livestock farms.
Kementerian telah menyemak akta-akta yang ada, undang-undang yang ada untuk kita tingkat lagi hukuman dia dan cuma dalam tempoh yang ada ni kita membuat kuasakan apa yang boleh kita buat, termasuklah gantung operasi kilang-kilang.
He said this to reporters after officiating a COVID-19 kit presentation to parent-teacher associations and teachers' clubs in Kubang Krian Parliamentary Constituency yesterday. At the event, a total of 18,000 face masks were distributed to 73 public and private schools, while each PIBG and teachers' club received 2,500 ringgit respectively. Meanwhile, Datuk Sri Tuan Ibrahim said the ministry would not hesitate to suspend the operation of any factory that caused water, air and other pollution. He said the original compound for the polluting factory is 2,000 ringgit, which was too low. Hence, the ministry is reviewing the existing act and regulations for heavier punishments. He added that the government will keep sending back containers of illegally imported plastic waste to the country of origin to ensure Malaysia does not become the garbage dump of the world. 12,000 individuals in 80 communities are to receive urban agriculture project benefits via the National Economic Recovery Plan Penjana. Deputy Minister of Agriculture and Food Industry 2, Datuk Che Abdullah Matnawi, said the project, which costs 10 million ringgit, aims to aid households to reduce their cost of living by producing their own food, with support from the Department of Agriculture.
Dia memastikan rakyat dapat memakan makanan yang dikeluarkan sendiri, iaitu menjamin bukan sahaja dari segi kebersihan tetapi juga dari segi hari ini kita bercakap pasal security makanan, safety, food safety dan sebagainya.
Speaking at the Urban Agriculture Assistance Program in Tumpat, he also informed that 900,000 ringgit were allocated for Kelantan through aid such as seeds, fertilizer, equipment and consultation. It involved 3,697 people in 106 locations. Terengganu hotshot striker Dominique Da Silva has downplayed his scoring prowess with the East Coast side. The Mauritanian hit a brace in the 31st and 72nd minute as the Turtles beat Petaling Jaya City 2-0 in their suspended Super League clash at the Petaling Jaya Stadium over the weekend. The 31-year-old's strikes bring his goal tally to 6 goals in 4 matches. Their second win after 4 matches propelled them to third place in the 12-team table with 7 points. Da Silva got his first after intercepting a poor back pass from Mahali Jasuli. His second was a cheeky lob over PJ City goalkeeper Ahmad Shihan Hazmi Muhammad. The much-travelled striker said he was just focused on getting full points and not chasing personal goals. Da Silva admitted the absence of fans made the match less exciting, but he understands that the public safety is of utmost importance. In the defeat, PJ City FC position did not change as they remained in 10th place out of 12 teams with only 4 points from 4 matches. The Malaysian Football League temporarily suspended the Super League and Premier League matches since March 16th following the spread of COVID-19. Team Petronas sprinter Yamaha Maju Moto's Mohammad Akid Aziz earned a reputation as an all-weather rider when he triumphed through an unexpected squall at the Tangkak Racing Track in round 2 of the 2020 Petronas Malaysian Cup Pre-Championship last weekend. The 21-year-old, who managed to clinch a pole position for the CP 150 finals, picked up his first win of the season with a time of 15 minutes 46.337 seconds. After a full day of dry weather during the free practice and qualifying sessions on Saturday, the 20-lap CP150 race took place under uncertain weather conditions at the 1.1-kilometer Tangkak Racing Track. A rocket start gave Akid the advantage of taking the whole shot and early control of the race. With his teammate Muhammad Haziq Muhammad Fairuz, Akid was able to carve out a lead, while Haziq bottled up the rest of the field. The rain came down in earnest as the race hit its midway point. The Maju Moto race leader noticeably slowed his pace, unaware that behind him, Team Idemitsu Honda UC Racing's Azroy Hakim Anwar and 1XOX TKKR SAG team's Mohammad Muzakir Mohammad had broke past Haziq's defences and were working together to close the gap with Akid. By lap 17, Azroy, riding a Honda, took the lead for the first time in the race. Akid, however, waited for the final lap before making his move as the Petronas sprinter Yamaha Maju Moto rider used the presence of black markers to block Azroy's direct path to the finish line, even while he sped on to take his first win of the season. A disgruntled Azroy had no choice but to settle for second place, followed by Mohammad Muzakir Mohammad in third place. Meanwhile, Mohammad Shafiq Rasul continued the 1XOX TKKR SAG team's dominance in the CP 125. Shafiq logged his second podium of the season when he won the CP 125 finals with 12 minutes 737 seconds. However, the team's podium domination had been broken as Petronas sprinter Yamaha Maju Moto teammates Mohammad Shafiq Rosli and Mohammad Alif Daniel Mohammad Asri claimed second and third places respectively. The third round will take place at the Sepang International Circuit South Track from 2nd to the 3rd September. And that's it from us this afternoon. In our top story today, inquest into Nora Ann's death begins today. News at 10 comes on this evening on My Freeview's Berita RTM News channel. I'm Mohana Priya. Thanks for your company.